quick invites. Co-host, you are not there. Try
All right, I'm
again.
going live on TikTok now.
Oh, you're not there yet. Okay. Got the randoms. My regular headphones did not charge for some reason, so I've got the big headphones on today.
All right, I have invited you on
Oh,
TikTok.
I just invited you. Oh, I invited you, and then, well, here. Invite Jake to hold on. I just invited you, and you invited me. There we go.
All righty. So let me turn you up here on TikTok and turn you down on the other one, and we are shit.
Yep. Your TikTok is dead, but whatever.
There we go.
All right. Hello, Idiots on Parade, the too ugly for TV podcast. We mock the news so you don't have to. My name is Nathan Timmel. I am a stand-up comedian in Iowa City. With me, as always, is Jake Vevra, depending on the camera angle. Stand-up comedian in New York City. Hello, Jake.
How's it going?
All is well here. Happy Mother's Day to Amy.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody.
Yes, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
To your wife, to everyone's wives, to everyone's baby's mama, to everybody who's, knocked up some lady during a drunken one-night stand, and now they owe her child support for 18 years, even though they didn't even know her name when they did it. That's still a mother. Happy Mother's Day. Most of all to them. They got a rough one.
Wait, you said the guy that knocked someone up, she's still a mother, yeah.
He
pays child support. It got a little messy, but I get where you're coming from. What are you doing for Amy? What'd you do for her? What's the...
Actually, luckily we were dealing with tech problems. I went and got her some, I was going to do bagels and lox, but the place I went to that had the really good salmon, they actually just kind of had generic-y bagels, but they did make fresh bellinis. So we did bellini wraps with the smoked salmon and cream cheese and the diced veggies and capers, and I got the little salmon roe and all that.
Nice.
Yeah, we did mimosas too. I got a really shitty type of Prosecco, though. It wasn't very good. But luckily, with orange juice, you can use shit Prosecco.
Well, last week, Lydia, when I was out of town on a gig, she does this every so often. She goes through my underpants, and if she sees any with a hole, she just throws them away because I wear them, till they're ratty because I don't care.
See, my wife doesn't check my underwear for holes. She checks them for glitter and lipstick. That's what makes her upset.
Yeah, I don't know why the holes is like I wear them, you don't see them, I cover. But anyway, but here's the deal: I do all the laundry in the house, so I see her underpants, and I'm like, yours aren't looking so hot either. So without telling her, I went to Victoria's Secret. While I was walking by, they had a big sign up, underwear 5 for $35. I'm like, oh, there we go. You destroy my underwear, But I see what yours looks like. So I bought her a $50 gift card from Victoria's Secret. And then I did her laundry yesterday. And there were all new Victoria's Secret underpants. And this morning I give her the gift card. And she's like, I'm like, yeah, you need it. She's like, I know. I just saw the sale. So I bought some. So I gave her a useless gift card because she had literally just purchased all new underpants. Well, now she could buy something else. But it was like, here I was trying to get ahead of the curve. And yeah, she beat me to it. She saw the sale before I did.
Good stuff, man.
Yep.
Also, just to address the my shiner, I got a headbutt from my 3-year-old while I was putting him on my shoulders or taking him down or something. He just kind of boom with the top of his head. So now my left eye, he kind of like burst a blood vessel or whatever. And
I'm trying to make sure my battery's not draining. It's like my thing isn't charging. Why it's all plugged in? Why is it not?
That's weird.
Why we're all sorts of tech issues today. First with StreamYard, then with this. All right, well that's disconcerting. Well, I got enough to last through, even if it doesn't charge. But I don't know why it says it's on and it's not charging. I'm just getting annoyed by everything technical today. So let's just jump right in. Fuck it, I'll deal with all these. Did some asshole unplug this? Yeah, yes, maybe. God damn it.
This has got to be extra interesting to the listeners who are just doing the audio-only platforms.
Yes. Well, all right.
Confused.
Fuck it. Let's jump in. Let's jump in with yesterday's story. Holy shit. Frontier Airlines plane strikes and kills pedestrian. A Frontier Airlines plane bound for Los Angeles Friday night struck and killed a pedestrian. I like how they call him a pedestrian who was crossing the runway, according to them. He's not a pedestrian. You don't have like a pedestrian crossing on a runway ever. It's not like, oh, pedestrian.
Well, I don't
He
know.
was out there where
Frontier.
he wasn't supposed to be at 11:59 p.m. Have you seen the video?
No, but Frontier is a pretty rundown airline. It wouldn't surprise me if they're taking off out of crosswalks and stuff like that. I've flown with them once. It's a
Well, I
goddamn
mean, they get
nightmare.
to they're the new Spirit now that Spirit's gone. They get to
Oh,
replace
believe me,
Spirit.
I was hot on that trail long before Spirit Lines ever went down. Spirit Airlines ever went down. Yeah, I took them going back to Iowa like end of last year. We had an hour delay in the terminal, which is like, it's fine, whatever. I'll go get another beer, whatever. And then we sat on the runway for 2 more hours. Two more
Nice.
hours. And like after the first hour, they go, sorry for the delay. We had to change out one of the LCD screens in here. And it's like, wait, what? And then they go after another one. They're like, "Oh, sorry again for the longer delay. We were shuffling around the bags underneath the plane to make sure it all fit." And it's like, what? Don't you have guys that just do that? And you just kind of you know how much it's going to, you know how to cinch it all down. Like why is 2 hours? They did not even give us a single free bag of peanuts. Nothing. Like
Oh,
I get the reduced price. Like I get the game where it's like, okay, well, it's a cheaper ticket, but you don't get the free amenities. When it's a 3 hour fucking delay, I want to
you
get
should get
blown.
something.
Yeah. Like that's crazy. Like I should get free booze at that point. And yeah, and then I got to the airport all late. The rental car place was closed, and I had to sleep in the rental car terminal till with all the booths. I had to
I
sleep there
remember
until
that. I
6
remember
a.m.
you sleeping at the rental
Yeah.
car. I remember that part. I didn't hear the first. I forgot the first
Yeah,
part, but yeah, I
thanks to the
remember
new
you sleeping
Spirit
in the rental
airline.
car thing.
Yeah, I've known about Frontier. I knew this would happen. I knew something like this would happen with Frontier.
This has nothing to do with anything, but I'm going to tell an embarrassing story of how stupid I am. When I was just a kid, flying not for the first time, but like a teenager, but like flying on my own for the first time. This is the first time I ever flew anywhere by myself, no parents, just a teenager. Flew to Boston, and there we flew from. I left Milwaukee to Detroit, and like a 2 hour layover in Detroit, and then to Boston. And I was so stupid that when I flew back to Milwaukee, we landed in Detroit, and I'm just like, oh, okay, here we go, 2 hour layover. And I got off the plane and started walking around and got something to eat. And I got back just as they were closing the doors, like I only
Ooh,
left for 20 minutes, like I didn't
yeah.
take off for 2 hours. I'm like, I'm just gonna get this. And they're like, oh shit, yeah, we almost left without you. We wondered what happened to, passenger, 27A. I'm like, I didn't know that there were different delays. Like I thought, oh, you stop in
Ah,
Detroit, you wait 2 hours, you fly to Boston. You fly from Boston, you stop in Detroit, you wait two
gotcha.
hours, you fly to. I had no idea, so I just got up and like walked around like a more, and I didn't even know that if you were on the same connected flight, you weren't supposed to get up and leave. And that was just something dumb I did, where I'm just like,
Wow,
I'm just gonna get off the plane and walk around the airport.
dude, that's funny.
I didn't know anything about delays or not delays. I didn't know anything about layovers. So, but this Frontier thing, dude. So someone's filming out the window, and you see a flash. I mean, you don't see a person, but uh, where was the smoke appeared, killed a pedestrian? There's somewhere in here where he got sucked into the engine. Like it wasn't just a
Whoa,
bump. He was,
dude,
yeah.
that's
He's
wild.
like those things spin, and he whoop,
Like
just
Indiana
like
Jones.
the Sully, the bird strike. That's
Yeah,
fucked up.
yeah. A guy in Indiana Jones died like that too.
Yeah. Well, he got hit by the no Die Hard, Die Hard
Was it
2,
Die Hard too?
Die
Yeah.
Hard
All
2.
right.
Indiana
Mixing up
Jones.
my '80s movies.
There's a propeller, and Die
That's
Hard
right.
2.
That's
He's
right.
like, too bad, McLean. I kind of liked you. I got enough friends. Boom, kicks him off into the engine. Then drops the plane takes off, and he lights the fire. It goes up and blows it because as would happen, the trailing gas, of course, would jump from the ground to the air to the plane. Blah blah. Completely plausible. But yeah, that's Die Hard too. Leadhead says, yeah. So it was fast. Yeah, so the plane taking off is doing what? Over 100 miles an hour. You get hit by the tire, you're dead. You get
Right. Yeah.
sucked into the engine. It's like the first part where it hits pedestrian was like, okay, that's one thing. The pedestrian is deceased and not believed to be an employee. Someone just jumped the fence is the thing. I haven't seen a follow up if they figured out who he is, but yeah,
I don't know. That might just be they might just be given very few details because they're like, hey, we got a big potential lawsuit on our hands, so we don't really
uh,
want to talk about what he's
lawsuit
doing
for
there.
what? You jump a fence, you go cross it like you're out
Well,
wandering
but
through.
no, I mean like that might have been an employee, is what I'm saying.
Oh, if it was.
Right? Yeah,
Here's
yeah,
the
yeah.
deal. If it's an employee, they can figure out who it is. Like, oh, who's missing?
Right. I'm saying they
Just
might
some
have figured
random
out.
dude. You can't
Right.
perform an autopsy on someone that's been sucked into a jet engine.
But they might, what I'm saying is they might know who it is, but they're like, hey, we got a lawsuit coming up. Let's not really give a lot of deets in it. It was some guy that was walking.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I'm looking right now. Everything says 20 hours ago, 1 day ago. Oh, 39 minutes ago. Here's one from 39 minutes ago. Let's see if there's anything. No, they're every from 39 minutes ago. They're still saying a person who jumped a fence. So they're sticking with this. Someone jumped a fence and was out there wandering around. But
You know what? You know what I just read? I just Googled it too. It's it's one of the guards who fell asleep guarding Epstein. That's who they said. I'm like, dude, this is getting weird.
you know who I hope it was?
Huh.
I hope it was an influencer. I hope we find video footage somewhere of like, all right, guys, I'm on the airport. I'm gonna get a cool shot of this plane taking, and then into the. That's. I hope it was some dumb fucking influencer. I always get happy when they die doing stupid shit. Here we go. Tired lives in Colorado. The guy jumped a fence that is miles from anything other than the airport fence, and there was no vehicle or anything for miles. Yeah, the Denver airport is not like a LaGuardia or anything downtown. It is. They put it out from the city. It is surrounded by nothing. You have to willfully make your way onto that airfield.
Right. That's what I'm saying. There's a good chance it was an employee that was just in a wrong spot, like a maintenance guy. But
Everybody's saying every
the,
news article as of 39
yeah.
minutes ago is saying he jumped the fence.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
You're just still calling it a cover. We're going conspiracy theory.
I think it's an
We should get
inside
on
job.
9chan. We should get on 4chan, 9chan,
What,
whatever
what
we
it is, well,
start.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Uh, Frontier is afraid that if it was indeed an employee, they would have to send his family a free bag of peanuts. And I know from personal experience, they do not like to give you a free bag of peanuts, no matter how bad things are going. So I think they might have just kind of done a little bit of a false flag, a little, not a false flag, but a cover up, so to speak. And they're trying to save themselves a bag of peanuts because I know how that airline rolls. No
Fair.
pun intended.
Mike Ashby. Wait, that's not a wood chipper. Oh, but it can act as one.
Oh yeah.
All right. Next story. Oh, I call this. I like this one. Parents of Chandra Levy believe her death could be linked to UFOs. Now, this is one of my two clickbaits of the week. Parents of Chandra Levy, prop to Eminem. How could one Chandra be so Levy? Believe her. So you click it and you think, like what? Jake, what goes through your mind when you hear the headline? You think, oh, was she abducted by aliens? Did she, like it could be linked to UFOs. That's what you think, right?
I think it was a probing incident gone wrong. They had like a new guy on the probe stick, and he went through the wrong hole or something. Went through an ear hole. Just completely, Jack Nicholson in one who
Yeah.
flew to cuckoo's nest, and then they had to dump her out next to a Waffle House or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. That's what you think. You think it's related to UFOs. No, it's a beautiful clickbait headline because it gets you to click. And her parents are saying that she obviously interned for Gary Condit, but that Gary Condit knew about UFOs and all the cover-ups, and so she learned something she shouldn't have, and then was taken out by the government. So you think by the headline that it's UFOs that killed her, but it's knowledge. It's the government. It's a cover-up. Yeah, this is it's like Frontier Airlines.
Well,
We're doing two conspiracies in a row.
yeah, that does kind of track though, because I have heard about those scientists going missing. Regarding, they were looking into like, see, some kind of flight stuff, some kind of AI thing, and a lot of them have just kind of disappeared. I mean, it definitely sounds weird, but it sounds like they don't really have any like concrete evidence of this yet. So unlike the Frontier Airlines cover up, I'm not going to spread misinformation, with this one.
Yeah, the man originally convicted of her murder was released. Well, it says released. It didn't say it was convicted, granted a new trial in 2015 when it was revealed a key prosecution witness may have provided false testimony, and they sought a retrial, and he was released and deported to El Salvador. Oh, I wonder if he went to the El Salvador prison. But they're saying the CIA was probably involved. I read something, scroll up. She went to a Contact in the Desert UFO conference. She felt a strong intuitive thing coming from me that there's a possibility there may be a connection between her daughter's death and the CIA involvement. Susan, the mom, went to a Contact in the Desert conference and now believes it's the CIA. So, yeah, that's how that works. You have a
I
strong
mean,
feeling.
I don't want to rip on the parents too much, man. If my kid went missing, I'd probably go fucking nuts too. I
Oh,
mean,
I go
it's,
fucking batshit. I would hunt down anything. It's just I just like I said, I got it for clickbait that you think it's going down one path and it's not.
I mean, but there has been a lot going on with those scientists, so it's not really that much of a stretch. Like it's not that clickbaity, is what I'm saying. It's she's kind of
No, no, the
tying it to a
clickbait is not
conspiracy
the
that's already
science,
out
the
there.
CIA. The clickbait is UFOs, and you think, oh, aliens, and no, CIA. The clickbait is the bait and switch between.
No, but a lot of those scientists, people are alleging that those scientists knew something about UFOs that have been going missing. So it's kind of tied to another one that's already out there.
Yeah, I haven't. Trump just announced something of getting to the bottom of the scientist case, I believe.
Yeah. That's good
Yeah.
because no scientists were on the Epstein list. So he, other than Stephen Hawking and Bill Gates, as long as it's not one of those two scientists, he's all about transparency.
Gates, I would put more in engineering than science. I would call him engineering.
Close enough. You know what I mean? It's engineering is in the science realm.
Fair. Oh, I think I sent all clickbait headlines this week. Cornell students accuse university president of hitting them with his car after campus debate. Two Cornell University students said the university's president hit them with his car after campus debate over Palestine. University surveillance video captured the incident Thursday night in Ithaca, New York. Jake, did you watch the video surveillance?
I'm watching it right now. I actually missed this article.
Oh,
Let me see.
I'll tell the viewers. I'll tell everyone.
Okay.
So the headline, like I said, clickbait, is Cornell students accuse university president of hitting them with his car. So there was a debate, Palestine, Israel, whatever. People took sides. Then afterward, the president goes to leave, gets in his car. They surround his car and are like batting on it, and he starts to back up slowly, and they don't move. They stay there batting his car like, hey, we want to keep badgering you. So it's not like he hit them. He's backing up slowly, and they refuse to move. And so that's hitting them with his car because he was trying to back up slowly as they refused to get out of the way. You're dumb, fucking annoying 18-year-olds. Leave the guy alone. Go fucking cry over whichever side you're on. It's just stupid 18-year-olds being dicks.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now. Yeah, I this is sort of like the left-wing version of the cop who killed Renee Good, claiming he was trying to run her over. You know, or
Yeah.
run him over. I mean, it really is. It's like, wait, no. The dude's trying to leave, and you're standing in front of the car. If someone is trying to leave and you're actively trying to block their car. Yeah, you can't go, but they tried to mow me down. Like, it's not, sorry, man. The right wingers sounded like assholes when they tried to claim that fucking ice prick who should be hung at the Hague, killed Renee Good. They sounded like assholes, and these guys sound like assholes too.
They do, because so the clickbait part obviously is hitting them with this car. You immediately imagine, and I'm gonna go like anything above 30 miles an hour. You think actual like boom, like
I'll even say
out,
5 or 10. Even if 5 to 10 is a decent,
it's a decent hit. But yeah, you think that it's that they were in the that they were in the road, and he like you even in your mind you read hit with car and you think swerve. You think like targeted. And then the video shows they were being fucking douchebags and blocking the car. And how many were there? Oh, I've got an ad. I'm not gonna watch it again.
It looked to be just shy of a dozen.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're gonna surround a car, and look, I know
hitting is a stretch. Lightly bumped while we were trying to block him from leaving.
Yes. And I will go on record saying that I am one of those assholes. I will. This will get me canceled in the future. I'm one of those assholes that say if you're a protester that decides to shut down a highway, I think a semi could move you out of the way. Just send a semi through and take care of the protesters. Say up the fuck off the highway with your protests.
Well,
Say the
no, I mean, there's a big difference between hitting a protester at full semi speed
Oh, I
and
know there is. I'm
lightly
saying I don't have a
bumping
problem with it.
until they're out of the way. I'm saying like one should send you to jail forever. The other
No, I
one,
disagree. I think the semi one should get out of jail too. I think it's like if you're in the road protesting, you should get clocked by a semi.
yeah, I don't know. It feels like something. Once that law is in practice, it becomes very Mad Maxy very quick.
I know, and I saw I love it. Great movie. Wait, Todd, they tried in LA and didn't work. Hitting the kids in the street. What did they try that didn't work? Yeah, Tired says my thought was that he chased them down with the car. The headline screams,
Well, yeah,
intent.
of course it screamed that because that's what these lying little shits were screaming too.
It's a hazmat truck they cannot stop. Or maybe an ambulance. Okay, yeah, if protesters on a highway, get an ambulance, turn the sirens on, say, "Oh, they got in my way. I was trying to save a life." Hit the protesters on the road. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
I'm a
know. I
bad
don't know of
person.
any protesters. I've never seen protests not get out of the way for ambulances. You know what I mean? Like I've never seen the protest go like,
Well, when they have
no,
the whole thing
we'll let you save
actually,
that
I
guy
have.
when yeah.
They talked about like the people did have to reroute because yeah.
Well,
All right,
again,
next
there's a difference
next clickbait.
between rerouting because there's a traffic jam and a bunch of people standing directly in front of an ambulance not moving.
Well, yeah, I didn't say they were standing, but I hear you. All right, Daily Beast, you've got our next bullshit clickbait headline. Republicans make jaw-dropping $1 billion demand for Trump's ballroom. That sounds pretty bad, but then you click it, it's a 1 billion security adjustments and upgrade linked to the ballroom project. So, it's like pork. It's where, hey, we have $1 billion bill to spend on all these things, and let's sneak the ballroom in there. So it's still bullshit. This is a ballroom that he said would be completely funded by donations and private investors and all that. So anything Republicans ask for is complete bullshit. I'm not forgiving them this, but I'm saying the headline, and I've seen several that said that Republicans are asking for $1 billion for the Trump ballroom, and that's not the case. They're asking for $1 billion for security and then shoehorning the ballroom into that. It's
Yeah,
still
but
bullshit. But if they're doing something completely bullshit like that, call them out saying Republicans adding ballroom to security bill. Or you can still fucking call them out for their bullshits because it's supposed to be private donations and paid for. You just don't have to lie. You don't have to make it big.
well, it's not
It's
a
left
complete
wing
lie.
bullshit.
If they're not saying what portion of that is going to the ballroom, then hey man, like I gotta assume it's a hefty chunk, especially when he was already saying 400 million of it, so almost half already from what he was saying, which is still a lot. And then it's also like if you're not saying what it's going to, that means even if we're taking them at their original number, 400 million is going toward the ballroom, and the other 600 million probably just getting pocketed into the hands of into the pocket of defense contractors, like most
Yeah.
of our defense money does. They're going to overspend on it, and so it's like to me, what they should be talking about with this ballroom, because the conservatives rightly do point out that hey, a judge blocked the independent donors who were going to be paying from this for doing it because it's not legal, And the thing is, it's not legal for a good reason. That's called a fucking bribe, man. That's called, it's a bunch of tech companies giving him, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars.
Like a new Air Force One? Is that a
Yes,
bribe?
like a foreign country giving your president a $300 million plane and then him going to war with one of their adversaries 6 months later. Weird how that worked out.
They got it wasn't even war with the adversary. It was they got AI technology like almost immediately. Like
you're right, they got that too. But I'm saying look at what we're doing. If you don't think this is kind of tied to that and a lot of the deals that Kushner's making over there and stuff like that, you're insanely naive. If it was Hunter Biden, I'm guessing you'd have a few words. But the thing is it should have been blocked. You shouldn't have private companies paying for stuff like that, but the taxpayers shouldn't be paying for it either. Like, we didn't need this, but the fact that he knocked down the East Wing without looking into the legality of this is fucking crazy. That to me is the real story here. Is
it's not crazy. It's what he does. He does. We talked about
this.
Right.
He does crazy things. It's crazy. Yeah. He does crazy things. Is what I'm saying.
He just thinks that he's the system doesn't apply to him. He's a CEO. He's not a president beholden to voters or Congress. He looks at himself as the CEO. I'm in charge. I do whatever I want, and Republicans never call him out, so he gets away with everything. So
right, he's surrounded by yes men that either told him, "Hey, courts might block this, but whatever, we'll try
Mike
to shoot
says,
it up."
Qatar might have gotten a data center as well for the airplane. I don't remember that one, but I know they got technology. They might have gotten a data center.
Right. Yeah. Fun.
Wait, Copper Chopper on TikTok. Did we always know there was an underground bunker? On TikTok, that comment, I think that came up before the shooting, but after they always said it would have something underground for the CIA, or that there was always going to be an underground bunker. But after the correspondence dinner, it became like, oh, now we absolutely need it for security. Dude, even though since then he's been going golfing and doing everything he does without any, worries.
And not for nothing, they already have. You think there's not bunkers underneath the White House in case of a nuclear war? You really think that's not there right now? Like,
I saw X-Men First Class. Magneto pulled it up. It's there.
No, I've been in some of the bunkers. I've gone into the offices of Congress and stuff for Sirius and done interviews there, and they have like crazy long tunnels. Did you watch the Fallout series by any chance?
No, I watched a couple episodes. Didn't grab me. Everyone tells me I'm insane.
Dude, it's great. Yeah, it's awesome. But anyway, he's driving through these tunnels that look like, I was telling my wife, I'm like, these look exactly like the tunnels that go in between the buildings of the congressmen and stuff, right? Because they have a few different buildings, but they're kind of close together. Anyway, you go through security to get into one, and then they're all kind of connected through these underground tunnels. And you go there, and it looks very like 1960s Cold War nuclear scare era, and like a lot of that stuff down there. And I mean, it's massive. It's tunnels that go from building to building. They have like full-on cafeterias down there. They have other areas.
Right here, whole ass train stations. They got
right. It's massive, and there's whole areas you can't even get to. They're like blocked off. That I'm assuming go even deeper and are meant for, hey man, if the Soviets in 1970 whatever decide to just nuke all of the country, we can just live down here and operate the war room out of here. And I mean, so anybody who goes, well, there's no nuclear bunker in case of it. Yes, there is. Yeah. Yes, there absolutely fucking is. Do you really think in the era when school children...
be a technology upgrade bunker? I'm just saying they talked about having a new something. It didn't come after the shooting. After the shooting, it came, oh, this is a necessity. But when they first announced me, he said, we're going to have a ballroom and we're going to put security stuff underneath. They'd always talked about putting something there with it.
But what I'm saying is there's no way they don't already have that stuff under the White House. There's no fucking way.
I know, but they always want more. They always want
I know, but that's what I'm saying is this is just a grab for them to write more. So yeah, we're right to be pissed off about this $1 billion price tag on this. This is absolute bullshit. Just because we don't know the actual breakdown, like you're saying. Yeah, that's even more concerning. They're just like, we want $1 billion of mystery money, like, yeah, that's even worse. Right. That's even fucking worse than being like, this is $1 billion ballroom. They're saying we want $400 million ballroom plus $600 million of fund money. Like that's even worse than $1 billion ballroom. Truly,
it is, but it's still clickbait. It's still putting it all in one area when it's not. It's
not clickbait. We should absolutely be concerned about this.
I'm not saying we shouldn't. I just don't like the way they write headlines.
I mean, then they can give us the breakdown. If we're not going to say, hey, you're spending $1 billion on a ballroom, then you got to give us a breakdown. Yeah, or even better, how about a party that's so concerned with waste, fraud, and abuse? How about take a little waste, fraud, and abuse off the fucking top of that bill? How about do that?
Yep, I agree. All right, first non-clickbait headline.
But I will before we go on.
Okay.
Let me just say again with this nuclear bunker in the era where every single public school in America was doing nuclear bomb drills and hiding under their desks in case the Soviets nuked us. Yeah.
I did them.
Do you really think the president didn't have someplace to go? I think he'd be high on their nucleus.
He may have had a desk he could have crawled under.
Lyndon, are you sure this desk is strong enough to take care of a nuclear blast? Yes, it is, Mr. President. Yes, it is.
Jake and viewers, we have your I don't want to say get rich quick, but good investment for you.
Hell yeah, dude.
New Christian phone network aims to block porn and LGBT content and be, quote, Jesus-centric. A newly launched Christian cell phone network is aiming to be the first U.S. company to block pornography and LGBT content. We are going to create, and we think we have every right to do so, an environment that is Jesus-centric, that is void of porn, LGBT, and trans, said Radiant Mobile's founder Paul Fisher to the MIT Technology Review. Now, I said that we have an investment
And you thought the $1 billion ballroom was a waste of fucking money, huh?
Oh, I'm not. When I say we have an investment opportunity, I am not saying invest in this thing. I am saying find out let's invest in burner phones, because anybody with one of these phones is getting a side phone so they can keep looking at their gay content. Because we always know that when religion pushes one thing, they're the ones that when someone pushes something, they're the ones caught in the bathroom tapping. They're the ones getting the massages. So this is the time. Invest in burner phones. Ultra calls it the holy hotline.
Hi, I'm Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. I've got the Lord's phone in the left pocket and the devil's phone in the right.
Exactly. But my favorite part of this is just the continual, every paragraph in his quote, everything is that they're blocking porn because that's bad, and they're lumping it right in with gay and trans. It's all one thing. It's like, no, you can't watch consenting adults, man and woman making love, beautiful love, and anything gay is the same. Like anything gay, it's all one big sphere.
Yeah, anytime anyone starts yelling about like, oh, we're trying to protect kids from pornography or whatever, it very quickly moves into, also, we don't want any goddamn rainbow flags on anything. Like, wait, what? What's it got to do with what? What's it got to do with anything? Dude, did you know they took, you know what the Stonewall riots were, right?
Yeah. In New York. That was the one that kicked off the whole gay crusade, for lack of a better word.
Yeah. So this land is now queer. I will murder any straight man. You convert to homosexuality, convert, sir.
I wanted to do something that again will get me canceled. I'm spitting out like he called Stonewall, where we stood up for our rights, a crusade, like we're trying to. I'm just doing what I can to get canceled.
Denounce pussy or die, I say.
Taken out of context.
No, but I don't know if you caught this. It was maybe I think it was the beginning of the year. So there's like a monument outside of the bar, right? It's just like a little There's a little tiny thing with, like a plaque and like a pride flag and whatever. It's outside a bar. It's plaque says here was the Stonewall riots and go LGBTQ basically. It's, right. And happy Pride Month. That's all it is, right? So since it was considered a federal monument, the Trump administration sent them to take the pride flag down and put an American flag in the place. And it's like, wait a minute, man. I thought this was all about protecting kids, all this fucking anti-gay and anti-trans stuff. This is outside a bar, where you can't go unless you're 21. But then, they put the I can't talk. The pride flag back up, and it was, there was they had a protest thing the next day, and then they left.
I did not hear that. Did not get all the attention like the Pulse nightclub sidewalk did.
Yeah, you know why? Is because Trump doesn't have $1 billion worth of real estate there like he does here, so he didn't give a ton of pushback when they put the pride flag back up. He was like, "What? The liberal mayor still needs to sign a bunch of permits I need, and he's putting it back up. All right, fuck it."
I have two quick thoughts. One, Roblox. Mike is saying yes. If you want to protect kids, block that fucking video game. It is just a
What the
Jesus.
hell is that?
It's a video game kids play. It's a throwback. It's like Minecraft in a way, in that instead of having super PS4, Xbox graphics, it has clunky graphics, and you buy pets from one another and you trade things and you build a house, and it's this weird, but it's all consuming, and your kids are gonna fucking fall in love with it. If I'm surprised they're not already. But yeah, Roblox is, you want to protect kids, do that. If the gay community really wants to fuck with America, they should start using the American flag as their pride flag. My one of my favorite things, I love, I have seen this. I love when they take the Confederate flag and make it rainbow. Like they make a Confederate rainbow
It's
flag
pretty
just
funny.
to
Yeah.
fucking. My other thought, I glanced as you were talking over at TikTok, and TikTok had a suggestion for us since we're continually getting banned over there. It just popped up in the feed like, hey, you should add some of your best followers as moderators to help you make sure your content is safe. Right there, TikTok. Not viewers, not yelling at you. Viewers, thank you for viewing. But
Viewers, we love
to
you.
the powers that be at TikTok, right there with your, we don't need moderators. We have never said anything questionable. You just like to censor us because you're douchebags.
Yes. Moderate these nuts, you right wing scum.
All right. Couple stories left. Oh, this one I found interesting. This is actually a serious story. Chevron CEO warns of oil shortages from Strait of Hormuz closure. This came on May 5th, so 5 days ago. But physical oil shortages are on the way. So everything we've been experiencing has been, we're draining our reserves and producing, and but it's about to catch up to us. So like other countries have, like all the prices have gone up, but
Yeah.
that's just because they bet on futures. Whenever
Right.
something happens, the oil futures hit, and so the price goes up because, oh, people start making money. But we have not started seeing the actual gas lines like in the 70s when OPEC cut production. But he says, yeah, guess what? That's right around the corner. We have been dealing with reserves and high prices. You think we're fucked now? Wait until it catches up to us. And that was interesting because we always see the price go up and we assume that the shortage is hit, but no, the shortage is coming yet because we the it fascinating.
Don't worry. When the shortages hit, they will still find a way to somehow blame Biden for it. And about a third of this country will believe them because they're morons.
Yes, did he say that or did you just say that? Because I don't think he would say that, but
No, they've wait, would he call his own followers morons? No. I mean, he thinks they're dumb. He knows they're dumb. But
no, I'm saying, did the guy in the article say that, and Trump will play the book, but he didn't. That would be a great thing for him to have said.
oh no, it's I've been hearing like Scott Bessent and those guys on TV like
Oh yeah,
still
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
blame the price of
Absolutely going to
oil
be
on
the
Biden
path
somehow.
the
And it's like, what do you
administration takes. Yes,
he's been out of office for like well over a year now, and this is
and he's
directly
still,
because of a war that Trump started. I mean, I don't know
yeah.
how the fuck they're blaming Biden, but they're still trying.
I want to go not sideways, but to everyone watching and Jake, I am currently reading a book called The World for Sale. It is about commodities traders. You always talk about the four billionaires that get rich off everything. This is the story of them. These are people who, they worked deals between Israel and Iran. What, like during the 6 Days Wars, like all the shit's going down. They they sold American grain to the Soviet Union at the height of the Cold War. They don't care about politics. They don't
Oh
care
yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
borders. They care about the the world for sale. It is a fascinating book. I'm about a quarter way into it, but whenever you say, "Oh, we're controlled by the lizard people or the billionaires," these are the people who control everything.
Yeah.
They the Democrats cannot control them, and the Republicans cater to them. The book opens with a fantastic story, a quick tale about an oil trader, and we're not talking about speculations. We're talking about buying physical commodities and moving them around the world. Um, Jamaica was about to go belly up. They had run out of oil. They could not get a line of credit to establish it. The entire country was about to collapse. At 2 a.m., they call a commodities trader and say, "Hey, you don't know me." He's like, "Well, I've heard of you." He's like, "Yeah, we usually sell this, but I know you do oil." He diverted a ship that was on like the way somewhere at 2 a.m. He had enough power to turn a ship. toward Jamaica and keep the country solvent and issue a line of credit. These are the most powerful people in the world, and it's the first book that's been written about them because they're very secretive for the most part, but it's fascinating. And so
Right. Yeah.
whatever.
Most of these guys don't want you knowing who they are. Most of
No,
these guys
they're
look at Elon Musk and they're like, what are you, stupid? Did you learn nothing from Marie Antoinette? What are you doing on SNL?
exactly. And one of the companies, I don't remember any of their names. They throw a lot of names at you, even though there's only like 9 companies at any given point. One company, I'm gonna make this up, but it's close enough to be true. Say the company had 25 employees because they're all tight knit. Like 18 of them were made billionaires in 1 year. That's how big these profits are. They're like the companies are doing billions and billions and billions. Oh, one guy during the Arab Spring when they were overthrowing Gaddafi, he went straight to the rebels and said, "All right, you've got this part of the country. Let's work on it. Let like how do we keep the oil?" Like literally flew to and just started meeting with rebels. Like, yeah, Gaddafi's gone. You're gonna be like they do not care. They
No.
literally go right in. These are the powers behind all the politicians we vote for.
They're like a richer, more oil company version of Nicolas Cage in Lord of War.
Lord of War,
You know,
yes.
like specifically that line where he says, "You're not a true arms dealer until you've sold weapons to paramilitary groups fighting your own countrymen." You know,
Yeah,
I mean, that's what these people are. They don't give a shit.
they really are. All right, final story. We can hit this one really quick. It took a jury 90 minutes to acquit Stefan Diggs. It may take years to undo what the accusations did. His former was it chef living with him said that she demanded a paycheck and he choked her. Her story fell apart immediately on the stand. The case did not
Oh
slowly
wow, wow.
unravel. It collapsed almost immediately. The accusation came from Jamalia Adams, a 41-year-old personal chef, entered her bedroom during an argument over money, slapped her and choked her. Yeah, but before the trial, Diggs had finished one of the better seasons of a career. 85 passes, over 1,000 yards, 4 touchdowns. Patriots went to the Super Bowl, he had a 3-year, $69 million contract, and the Patriots released him after having a good year. In part due to there needs to
Wow.
be something with false accusations. If someone fucking accuses you of something and it's a complete, I don't know what to do, but my God, you're like, yeah, she fucking
Yeah.
outright lied.
Well, I mean, I think that's what defamation is. No, that's what
Yeah,
like suing someone
but
for
how do you get
defamation is.
back? People should go to jail.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I
Ultra
don't.
wants him back in Buffalo.
There we go. There you go. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty nuts, man. If anything, though, should he not be suing the Patriots? Because hear me out.
No,
If they're releasing him because of something that she said that cannot
they'll
be
say
backed up, that
something
was
else.
not
They
proven.
didn't say. I don't remember what they. I hear you, but I think they couch it like their contracts say
Right? They say it's something
anything.
else. Yeah, yeah.
If you end up in the news for any
Right.
reason, true or
If
false,
you kneel during the national anthem and it caused a
yeah.
bit of a tizzy,
Now,
we'll cut you. Yeah,
now if
yeah,
the
yeah. No,
owner
if they could
goes
cut
and
you for
gets
that, they could
arrested
damn
for
sure cut you for that.
massages that's fine. He
That's true.
doesn't, have to sell the tea because he's the owner. If he gets caught getting handies from trafficked Asians, that's all good. But a false accusation that gets your contract
Man,
canceled.
I would just this one. I would be so worried about having people living in my house. You know what I mean? Just
I
like
get
this,
well,
it's
they all
just
do it like
crazy. Like,
I don't know if you ever read Brady's fucking diet, but he fucking had an insane diet and needed a personal chef to get his macros. Like he doesn't just eat like anything. He had a insane diet, probably still does.
yeah,
We
I mean,
always put athletes on pedestals,
I didn't realize that
and
the
some people
chefs
say I
actually
want to make a
lived
buck
there
because I
for
was
the most
fired
part.
for
I
being
thought
a
it was
poor
like, yeah,
employee.
well, I'll come
Yeah,
over and make a meal and then bounce. You know what I mean? Like, I
yeah,
get that. I get that.
yeah.
Like, hey, man, yeah, I live like 20 minutes away. Yeah, yeah.
Or not even 20 minutes
What do you
away.
want? Some steak, some potatoes?
The
I'll
old
bring
school
it.
British way, the old school British way, where you have your house and then you have the servants' quarters. You have a house that's on the property, but it's
Yeah,
like,
that would be a little, yeah, yeah. Something about I'm going downstairs to get something to eat. I'm high, I'm drunk, I've just gotten laid. You know what I mean? I'm
yeah.
post-coital, and oh fuck, it's the chef, like it's like
I'm walking
oh,
with my bathroom
it's the
open, and now
maid. Yeah,
who
I'm
got
high,
busted for that?
drunk, naked. What's it? Yeah,
Someone
that's it.
got the
That's an interesting. Is it indecent exposure if it's in your own house and you have live-in servants and stuff?
Well,
like, where's the? That's got to be
this
some
was
blurry
the
lines,
lead
right?
singer for Oingo Boingo, writes all of Tim Burton's scores.
No,
Danny
I
Elfman.
don't know.
Danny Elfman.
Danny Elfman.
I had a personal assistant say that he liked to work in the nude. I was like, well,
yeah, like it's weird.
I mean, being naked is comfortable. Maybe you shouldn't have your personal assistant around unless you put it in the contract. Hey, by the way, this will not be sexual. You're gonna see me naked. Like, I
Right.
don't know.
It'd be, but I see. I don't know, man. I think if he would have put that in there, though, he'd be very quick to hold that contract up. Huh?
Yeah.
Line 3
I'm
says
saying
my dick's
maybe
gonna
it
be out.
should be. He didn't put it in there, but maybe it should be.
Yeah, that's something you kind of gotta do that up front. You know what I mean?
I am a nudist, hiring nudists only, no contact.
Yeah.
But you're gonna see grossness. No contact.
Yeah,
but you gotta
hiring
see
somebody
weed.
to do anything and then just coming out of the bathroom naked, being like, "What are you, some kind of prude?" I mean, like, yeah, that's not going to end well.
Well, my things are finally charged. These did not charge for some reason. That's why I'm wearing these this week. But all right, everyone. Wait. It didn't work for the DoorDash girl. Yes, making it the wait a second. Wait, did the DoorDash girl show up and try and sue because someone answered the door naked, or is this just a joke? I don't know.
It did not work out for the DoorDash.
I'll wait for you to comment as I say. I have been Nathan Timmel. You can find me at nathantimmel.com with links to everything, my special on YouTube, my books. Oh, I'm going to tell you a quick story. I get 4 or 5 spam emails a day from people who say, "Hey, I found your book on Amazon and I can promote it for you by putting it on my blog." They always want me to pay them to promote my book. And so I got this really long, obviously AI written email from someone saying, "Hey, I would love to promote your book." And I'm like, "All right, you used AI correctly. What's your pitch?" And they sent me this huge email of all this shit they can do. So I copied it. I put it into Gemini, and Gemini said, "Oh, I can help you do all that for free." So I, I upgraded my Amazon page according to what Gemini said I should be doing, that they wanted to charge me $3,000. They're like, "We can go into your Amazon page and make it pop and give you better search words." So when I told Gemini that, they said, "Oh, don't pay this person. Here's what they say. Here's how you do it. Here's what they say." So I just upgraded my Amazon page. Go check out all the books I've written. And then finally, my t-shirt store, I'm going to upload 2 or 3 designs today. Go look at shirts, hats, bags, whatever. That's me. DoorDash girl walked in and he was passed out. Oh, with a dick out. All right. Yeah, she posted pics of a guy passed out with a junk out from his front door and called the cops on him. Oh, fuck that.
That's bullshit.
I mean,
yeah.
That's when you get drunk and you're hungry. Oh, it's a Tahoe.
Yeah,
and
come
then
on
you
now.
crash. All right. Jake has been and remains and will be Jake Vevra. You can find him on all social media sites, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, at Jake Vevera, Jake Vevra. His special, Unalived by Dog Pills,
Go
is
watch
on
it.
YouTube.
Give it a like, give it a comment.
Give it a like, give it a comment. We got it right here. Thank you so much. Val's Black Cats Rule says, "Great show." Thank you, Val. Val's also right. We need to get thicker skin. Yeah. All right. Thanks, everyone.
I joined the Mile High Club in Frontier Airlines. Now I got the Charlie Sheen sniffles. Hot choo.
Oh, I didn't expect a death joke.